Welcome friends from our homestead. In our this week's video we'd like to show you how far we came with our biogas project and what problems we had with our new animal drinker. I insulate the biogas digester with R12 pink fiberglass insulation. All around the whole tank. Then I put stretch wrap around. A couple layers of it. If you like to find that stretch wrap, I put the link for you in the description down below. The reason why I insulate the biogas digester is the bacteria that creates the biogas or the methane gas needs a certain temperature, so to keep that temperature the tank have to be insulated. And another reason is if UV light comes into the tank or into the biogas digester, that creates algae, and algae create oxygen, and oxygen kills the bacteria who create the methane gas. I also insulate the top of the tank to keep the bacteria warm and to make sure no UV light comes into the tank from the top. I cut 3 holes in the insulation of the top of the tank. One hole is the hole in the center for the main axis. One hole is the outlet pipe for the fertilized water, and one hole is for the inlet pipe where you fill the biomass into the tank. And I put more stretch wrap around. The stretch wrap is a nice and simple solution and should do the job. I moved the biogas digester in place. There we go. Now it's the time to put the bullshit into the biogas digester to start the process. It's not the nicest job, but it has to be done. The filling level in the biogas digester is half of the height, So right now I should find biomass that I can use to fill into the tank. That can be kitchen waste or animal leftovers or grass from mowing the lawn, goat manure, pig manure. Chicken manure is not so good for the biogas digester because of the high nutrition in that. But mostly everything else, you can use leaves, you can use whatever. There are a lot of different things you can use for that. You can put meat in it, you can put fish in it. The only thing you should not put in is fish bones, normal meat bones, or shells or lobster shells, mussels and stuff like that. That would take a long time to turn into biogas, but leave it out, it's the better way. What I'm building here, that is the next part of the Biogas project. I need a stand for the fertilizer water tanks and for the bladder tank. How much ever you fill in the biogas digester on the filling side comes out on the other side at the outlet as fertilizer water. But you don't have always the time to use it right now to fertilize your plants. I decide to use two 55-gallon drums as storage tanks. That should give me enough time to deal with it, and I don't have to use it right away if it comes out of the biogas digester. Yes, I know, there's a chicken in the shelf. They are everywhere. But this one visits me always in my shop. By the time, don't forget to subscribe for our YouTube channel. Simply hit that symbol in the lower right corner and don't forget to push the button for the notification bell if you want to be up to date or if you want to know what's up with our projects. If you haven't seen the first video of how we built the biogas digester, I put the link for you in the description down below. If you run a farm, you cannot deal only with one thing, so most of the time you have a couple things to do. Another project of this week was to build a new drinker for our birds. I don't want to fill that regular sized chicken drinker once a day or twice, so I decide to build a huge big one. Or two. I like to move that big drinker by the wheel loader or by the tractor, so it should be pretty solid and heavy duty. A couple 4x4 and a couple 2x4 should be good for this project. And big wood screws with the hex head. Hopefully solid enough. A little paint to make it weather resistant. Garden fittings and ball valves to connect the water pans, a good Teflon tape, if you make sure it's not the very thin one that you normally can buy in a hardware store, that would make your life easier. All the plugs are pre-cutted with a 3/4 inch national pipe thread So you simply can use the fittings that you can get in a hardware store. I built the connectors for the water pans. Old buckets are perfect as water pans. The only thing you have to do, you have to cut them lower and drill a hole for the water connectors. If they are 3 to 4 inch high, that should be enough. Drill a hole 1.5 inch up from the bottom. Tie down strap locks from a tent left over. Screw to the base frame. I put everything together. And here you can see how we use them 55-gallon chicken drinkers. It's gravity feed, so the water flow stops automatically if the water pan is full. And at the next day I had a bad surprise. See what was happened in the morning. I changed a little the design and now they work absolute great. I'm still trying to find out what kind of thread is on that chicken drinkers. If somebody knows what kind of thread is it, please leave it in the comment down below. It would help me to build the next things. We reached mostly the end of this week's episode. If you like to know what the next steps are at our biogas system and why I'm not happy with my local tractor dealer and how big my last lumber shopping was, you should follow us next week. Thanks guys for watching this week's video and we see us next week.